Sorry, thank you. Nothing I love more than an old council flat. Good evening. I'm going to read a reasonably new poem. I've stopped writing them recently, stopped performing them, stopped practicing them, and I've done my more. I've done my 6 weeks. I can write again. Good evening. I'm the ghost that's back from the dead in the land of the broken. I've been single for a year and a half now. It was October, November 2018. I was dating too much. It was depressing me, and that ex was a drunken ball of aggression. I mean, I was depressed and she down the vodkas, I nursed the sessions. I'm the privileged product of this 12-year recession, this twice broken dam of emotional suppression. Telling a potential new boss I make a great second impression, still rebuilding the skills to have any discretion. Till then, as loaded as Catholic confession, I was praying and fearing a Corbinic session. Been single for a year. At first I sporadically sexted an old fling, ended up just unloading my manic depression. She found it easier to meet my advance with rejection. Starting her own business, flirting with finally being a lesbian. Till then, as loaded as Catholic confession, I was praying and fearing a Corbinic session. Now I'll flirt with the right to try and make a little money. You can't tell me that ain't funny, you hypocrite. You started doing it in 2012, honey. Pierre, honey. Phil, honey. If I'm going to be a ghost, let's make it in a good way. Getting a tale of hope out of a past of pain. Working on finally running out of things to say. On my last strike, there's higher stakes. 2 breakdowns down. I'm back from the dead in the land of the broken. The world can go backwards while I rise to the top. Check my Instagram at Joshua David Ross. Every day a photo of the same tower block on the Bellevue estate. I've been single for a year. At first I sporadically sexted an old fling, ended up unloading my manic depression. She's starting her own business, flirting with finally being a lesbian, embroidering, bunting, sewing, getting commissions from Alexander McQueen, an inspiration and a heartbreak, if that's not cliched. I go out to meet women to flirt with, to be passive aggressive to not ask for their number, because I'm too sober, and I'm 32, and there's nothing good about being 32. It's easier to date when you're 42 or 52 or 62. And I go home and I think about that old fling that I sporadically sexted, and I wank over imagined arguments I could have had with these new women I met in public and never asked out. You know, schizophrenic conversations with imaginary exes. My dream threesome is Method Man with Texas at the Brit Awards 1998. Say what you want. YouTube recommends suggests this. A Kurt Angle on quadruple suplexes. Meet Wade Barrett Day one of the Nexus. London burns with New York duplexes. Stuff your face with Tex-Mexes. All my exes live in Texas. I'm lifted myself of all my hexes. The moody bastard intentionally vexes, writing regardless of class or sexes. London burns with New York duplexes. The Spinosaurus in the land of T-Rexes. Do you get it? A Spinosaurus in the land of T-Rexes. Spinosauruses have big arms. So big heads and small arms. So that's a T-Rex. A T-Rex has a big head and a small arm. A Spinosaurus. Just Google it, it's the best dinosaur. Because you just set the bar low till you do the limbo. And you can't do the limbo. And Carl Lewis. Triple jump, long jump, high jump, 800 meters, competing for silver or bronze. I'm too old to have a shot at gold. But now I've quit the fags, who knows? A delayed accountancy course that was clearly corrupt. It was supposed to take 2 months to finish, ended up taking 9. Why are you having a summer break when it's just all mature students? I spent 7 weeks of the 40-degree summer in bed. And pale all winter, I can't be a bummer outside my own head, because progress can't feel quite like it. I can't take good reasons to quit. I can't take bad reasons to quit. I can't take reasons to quit. I'll work my way out of the shit. Forgive myself for every slip. Clean my room, it's still a tip. Admit fears I don't admit. Shake my ass when life cracks the whip. I don't need to regret everything. Goodbye from the ghosts. Walking on thin ice. I'm paying the price for loading the dice and throwing them in the air. Why do we do this the hard way and play the game of life with your heart, with my heart? Can't date a model, they'll only worry about their weight. You can't date a painter, when you want to love them they just paint. Can't date a roadie, they will only want to play your part. You can't date a painter, cause they will only love their art. You can't date a god, they don't believe in being free. And you can't date a junkie. It's hard to say or push away the things I know that are making me okay. You and you don't know, cause maybe if you can, you would run away. I think that counts as taking a dog for a walk. Oh, here it comes, feeling deep within. It's a pain deep within. There's so much boredom deep within, and it's all just swimming. So I'll open up my heart. It's tempting to give up, and then suddenly out of nowhere, just like that, there you are. I left my heart in Peckham, babe. Oh, I left my heart with you. Remember every second, baby. Tomorrow will be sweet too. Fuck, it's so beautiful. It's a good spot to forget the apocalypse. I just came here and then seeing all the boats.
They talked to us. I
Yeah.
on the phone.
Oh no. I'm trying to be more social.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's it. When you talk G to G, you're just all going to make bad jokes.
No, I tell you why, because now.
But I said it's a good spot to forget the apocalypse. Like, I just walked here and immediately, it's like the first 10 seconds where I've forgotten the news.
100% agree with you.
Yeah.
Drives me mad. Everyone walks out like refuses to talk to you, runs away. It's nice.
Oh, but also I peaked, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I move on, otherwise it's like trying to get adopted.
Mate, you're a legend.
Oh, that's too kind. I am but a mirror. Should we try another poem? I'll do half of smart casual. I won't weep if I run my mouth for now. She'll go to sleep, I'll toss and turn a few more hours. The air is warmer, the wind is colder, the plains sweep clouds, the tap water sour. In our neo-posts, modern London Victoriana, the Victoriana, I think back to earlier, before I tendered my resignation when we said we'd meet at the Full Drink Full back in half an hour. She's 24. Jack Bauer, defensive with a glancing cut, I'm a silver fox. David Gower, caller keeper. Manuel Nauer is that Neuer, that Adenoyer from a student art of apple sours. I'll move her on to whiskey sour. She's got a hippie shirt, crisp, fresh and overpriced. A model for post flower power. When we walked to her, she had the Stroud Green glower. We're going to the pleasure beach if we stick to fairground. Blackpool Tower. Trying to brag about things I don't know about. Schopenhauer and Rutger Hauer. We say we like the same bands, but I'm too agreeable to what I now see in the upcoming dawn. There's LCD National 6 Music White Power. We walked to her, she had the Stroud Green glower, and you need that here these days. It's sad, but with the city boys on 40k and the city girls on 40k and the lawyer kids on 60k and the city minorities on 40k and the dealers with 2 PAs and the hip kids on the minimum wage, convinced their art's the latest craze, the prolonged gap year that never pays for their parents. It's a moral maze, the manic depression and the purple haze. The tragedy, the melancholy of the repressed 47-year-old Jimi Hendrix fan. She has a double-barreled surname. Her dad was big in the Green Party once. She has an ex who turned out to be on a registered academic twice her age. He turned out to hose him down young. She says she's a feminist, but Thatcher's a cunt. Her parents are socialists who want to lock him up young. Really proud their daughter marched against Trump. The political insights of Forrest Gump. I'm still in my sophomore slump. Knowing me, my conscience frets. I kick myself out. She shouts, but it's like my hero Robbie Williams said, no regrets. And it goes on to the half of the poem that's I say all the time. So a good spot to forget the news.
Yeah.
What's another one I can do? So I did 2 breakdowns down. I'm not excited, it's a bit cynical. Subtitles is way too long.
Cheers.
It's okay. They call me the local ledge. Mama, my brains were scrambled eggs. I'd rather be a creep than a bag. Mama, my brains it's not has to be I'd rather be a cunt than a bag. Mama, my brains are scrambled eggs. My brains they are scrambled with salt, milk, butter, a little black pepper. Fuck a Lanzapine, I gambled. They called me the local leper. I don't know if I trusted Dr. Pepper. I never like the taste of Dr. Pepper. They call me the Yiddish leper. Who the fuck do you think you are, Max Weber? Guys, you gotta pick a side. Joggers, they can't pick lanes. Joggers, they can't pick lanes. Joggers, can't pick lanes. Can't trust joggers, they can't pick lanes. Oh, this is my favourite view in London. You know what I mean? And he was like, oh. All I want, money and power, respect my mind, or die from gun shells. I pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower, so I can fuck the world for 48 hours. So damn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is on cloud nine and my mind's never on vacation. My guy's never on vacation, is it? Pick up the Maserati and boom, boom, mission. Judas go after Judas. This here is like an old country estate back when Camden was not even in London. It was quite recently when the roundhouse where they'd turn the horses around. I think it was like mid 19th century or something. But yeah, I was just once super depressed and just walking around for no reason. And this bit along that goes from Camden Lock, that's all Regent's Park, the other side of there. And you know, you just see that and you cannot be too upset. I wonder who those people are there now. You think that'd be the dream, living in that house? But a lot of that was the reason that the the sort of empire feudal view of Britain fell apart. 'Cause it's so much upkeep and it's so isolated. You don't have neighbours. You put all the money into that house. And all your friends are jealous and you have to organise dumb dinner parties. Like in Bunwell's The Exterminating Angel. Can't explain. Said it all the time that I can't explain. Feels so good that I can't explain. Can't explain this thing to me. You do good love, it's instinctively. Had it on my mind, but I can't explain. Feels so good that I can't explain. Can't explain. Still cool. What's an actual like song by like the Stones or the Beatles that's actually not like the obvious one, but people who've had albums and are a bit bored of these bands? Let's do a Kinks song. Everybody's in showbiz. Everybody's a star. Everybody's in movies. Doesn't matter who you are. You can see them in every city, in every house and on every street. And if you look at Hollywood Boulevard, their names are written in concrete. If you see Mickey Rooney, you'll always turn with a smile. And if you step on, here's another one in the song, better to go see, he's liable to turn him by. But don't step on dear old Marilyn, 'cause she's not very tough. She should have been made of ice and steel, but she was only made of flesh and blood. I wish my life was a non-stop Hollywood movie show. One that was filled with celluloid villains and heroes. Because celluloid heroes never feel any pain. And celluloid heroes never really die. We went on the ice, contravening advice. Say hello to the dinosaurs, 'cause the river never freezes anymore. The rivers belong to the birds now. I saw God, he said to me. You thought there was nothing worse than student theatre, as it is said. I saw God, he said to me. You thought cracking wise about joggers and cyclists that can't pit lanes was the truth, as it is said. I saw God, he said to me. The plagues have all hit. In Australia, 500 million animals die, as it is said. Storms hit in February, as it is said. Satellites feel polluting space, as it is said. Planes pollute the air and make clouds, as it is said. Oceans full of plastic dredged, as it is said. Now we will see one by one. I think 30,000 deaths. You think it's a world coronavirus COVID crisis? 1 in 3 deaths has been in America or the UK. We think we're so developed. We think we're so developed. It's like the world wars were just in Europe. As many people have died. Here in America and Brazil as the rest of the world combined. We think we're so developed, and in some ways we are. And in some ways that's the reason why we're so ancient. We think we need to be modern, and people like us, cause we're the past. Why can't we accept and forgive ourselves, as it is said? Only an Italian now can find a coffee shop that's open. Should have filmed that car in the cup.
By the makers of these.
Those guys actually laned up. I was quite impressed. They were blocking it, and then when they saw me, they made a lane. Usually I'd have told that woman behind me to pick a lane, but what's the point? Well, they should take it the right way or the wrong way. But I got to start trying to police the world. That don't impress me much, 'cause man, feel like a woman. Ba 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 da ba da da. Totally crazy, doesn't faze me. Long shirts, man shirts, short skirts, long skirts. Oh, oh, oh. Totally fine to feel the way I feel. Oh, oh, oh. Totally crazy, doesn't faze me. Long shirt, short skirt. Oh, oh, oh. Viaducts to feel the way I feel. Man, feel like a woman. Do 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 do. Best way to feel like a woman is the prerogative to have a little fun. Oh, oh, oh. That guy almost cycled into me. I broke my own rule, having to find a lane and stick to it. So at best 50-50. So I'm glad I didn't get pissy with him. of the time we're here and we don't know when and we don't know. The only living boy in you.
Yeah, he's done a record on
Hamburg, Frankfurt. Yeah. It's just I'm just pulling up cities.
Hey, if there's anyone in the tent that wants a donation, now's a good time to come out. I wanted to give someone a fiver and they're not there. So annoying. What are the options? Number one, they didn't hear me. Number two, they heard me but couldn't speak English. Number three, they heard me but thought it was a prank or that I was going to shout at them or something, or I was a policeman. Number four, the tent's a genius move because you could always be in it. So you can go out in the day and come back to your tent and it's very unlikely to have been fucked with. But then there would have been a bolt on it. Fucking joggers. These fucking joggers. They're so such rich, entitled. I guess I just hear about them what I hear about myself. I don't know if that's true. It's complicated, right? And you wish I was in Regent's Park. It's monotonous. Half an hour walking. How many steps have I done? Must be, what, 4,500. I've gone 28 days and about 8 hours without smoking. And it's been the easiest I've ever done it. But today I'm not having any cravings, but I'm definitely feeling a bit on edge. But I'm kind of putting it on for the camera. Oh, freak out. Alright, let's read. I'm not excited. I've had more friends I've fallen out with than long-term spells of unemployment. More long-term spells of unemployment than stints living with my parents. More stints living with my parents than psychiatrists in a crisis. More psychiatrists in a crisis than exes I kind of miss. More exes I might go for a drink with if they ever replied to my messages. Then random flat shares in London. More random flat shares in London than temp jobs I've walked away from. More temp jobs I've walked away from than the village people put together. And I'm bored. Phil Wang's scored with Ivo, Graham, Pierre Novelli and a hair shark. They literally thought when we were friends it was a coincidence. They were the only 4-act sign. They were the only 4 acts who were in the Cambridge Footlights. The arrogance of it. Getting those 2 and 3 star reviews and getting on How I Got the News for You and fucking making politicians seem funny. Phil Wang scored with Ivo, Pierre and a hair. They love the major label scene. From Avalon to Off the Curve, they think they're James Dean meets Steve McQueen. I want to be with Hollow to Dodd, drinking lean, not Mr. Bean meets Mr. Sheen. I'll just hate till I lose my spleen, because I'm a KP. I've been demoted from a chef, I'm washing sandwiches. I'm washing dishes, I'm making sandwiches. Maybe one day I'll be a maitre d'. I'm working for the Blue Suit Boys. I'm cooking too much meat for the Blue Suit Boys. I'm in an asylum with knives, 4 white walls, 60-hour working weeks with the Blue Suit Boys, and I'm blocked. and I'm
I
blocked.
give you an opportunity because if not, it could get very.
I spent my evening pouring oil down the sink just to see if the rumours were true. Now I'm blocked. Oh, now I'm blocked. Oh, I'll just hate till I lose my spleen. I used to get romantic looking at Bellevue Estate, imagine your satanic neighbours to hate. Itchy feet there, regardless. Just stick me in a TARDIS. I'm part smart, part Alan Partridge, yet still socially well regarded. But it's better to be guarded when I'm bored of old men talking about achieving their sword at the Poetry Cafe, open mic night. Oh, actually, it's got a name, it's Poetry Unplugged. It's £4 paid to play. Fuck off, Neil. I'm tired of rebranding myself as some kind of nice guy. I guess it's better off than being with the slack jaw. Those comedians have less dignity than crack whores. The audience, students who fancy them, and they love because they're immature and not funny. Just talking to 23-year-olds whose eyes are bright. I'm stuck with lechy men in the local pub in the daytime. They're talking shite. My mouth is loose, my wallet's tight. Where's my reward? My anger's stored, but I'd rather be ignored than adored. Fuck it, they can have it all. Imagine they've been racking coke. Soon it will be herbs and spices. They'll convince themselves they're still the nicest, but when he's not the best and brightest, I'll wait Phil's midlife crisis. He'll do a master's or sign up to ISIS. Nothing is gayer than two straight men who used to be friends, fell out, suppressed whatever feelings they used to have, and would not address it and passive-aggressively act like best mates if they ever ran into each other. Back to square one. There's some short shots. So this is London Zoo and Regent's Park. Excuse me. Oh no, it's nothing bad. I've just been walking along the river and I've noticed, like, as long as you pick a lane, it's okay. Like, that's what, if I was like taking a picture and I wandered from one side to the other, where people were cycling next to each other. Yeah, or walking wise. Like, if you pick left or right and stick with it, and have confidence, it's fine.
Yeah, weaving is dangerous, huh?
It's just like, as soon as I start, it's not even dangerous, it's just like, it's like taking the tube and knowing which side of the escalator. It's like, if you're not from London, it's not your fault. Because it's like weird rules. It's way easier to do because there's like no one. But then it's way more like, how close do I get to someone? You know what I mean?
Just don't get the tube.
Yeah. No, I just mean like, because of social distancing, it's like, it's easier, but you need to think more.
And it gets really narrow, yeah, we have to be careful.
I'd say
There's way too many people about.
my favourite thing is about 3/4 of a mile down there. Have you seen that like old like manor like country estate that's in the front of the year?
Yeah, you know that's the Queen's house.
You can't, you say what yours
That one.
Owns them anyway, they're real houses.
Yeah, but not the queen. It's like some seventh cousin. Isn't it?
Yeah, like she, but they all family own them. Yeah, we saw them earlier. Remember the big
But I
one?
shouted out, that was my nan's.
Yeah, that was them, yeah.
There were like people there, I saw, like a kind of place. But like that's like the worst place to live. That's where like all the rich people lost all their money because those houses cost so much to maintain. It's like the dream house when you've got no neighbours, you got to pay for like 17 bedrooms, and whenever you have a party, like they won't leave. That's why I told it to the Queen.
That will be me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, well we peaked, so it was nice to talk to you.
And you, stay safe.
My lover's got no money. He's got his strong beliefs. This is the running track, isn't it? My lover's got no power. Got his strong beliefs. I swear that used to be like a proper 8-lane running track. They not even maintain that. My lover's got no fame. He's got his strong beliefs. How can you not keep a running track? It just takes a bit of fucking paint. A bit of fucking red and white paint. I used to come in, I was like, oh, I've got fucking Olympic. How do they fuck that up? The outsourcing of everything, from the BBC to police to the NHS. It's all hit home. Showbiz news on bbc.co.uk. I don't check bbc.co.uk. No one does anymore. It's made for Americans because they can put adverts on it there. Really all the extra views are the Chinese behind the paywall. So we are here. Fuck Primrose Hill. That's a posh household. We want to be here. So if we go here, walk along where the river is, London Zoo's here. So we'll have to go round up there and through Camden. Or up there and through the market. Freed from desire, mind and senses purified, freed from desire. Senses purified, freed from desire, mind and senses purified, freed from desire. No, 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 no. So the monkeys miss the sound of traffic. Guys, pick a side, there's people running past. I would like a cup of juice. Would you have a cup of juice? Can I have a cup of juice? There is no cup of juice. Where is my cup of juice? I want a cup of juice. Why can't I have a cup of juice? Who wants a cup of juice? Me, I want a cup of juice. Would you like a cup of juice? It's the BT Tower that was the Oxo Tower that's now something else. I think is that centre? No, that's not Centre Point, is it? That might be a... Oh no, that's not one of the council blocks at Mornington Crescent. Hey everybody, let's join together. Let's sing the SNL Keen and Kel song. Every morning when I get out of bed, I have a big old cup of coffee to clear my head. And tell me what's up with that. Ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that? Ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that? Oh yeah, this feels like... bit of a weird question. Do you know what the song playing before this one was? No, the one before. Because I'm writing this massive thing on Wiley, and it was his song. I can Google it. Doesn't matter. Yeah, it was Boasty, wasn't it?
What was the one?
It was Boasty by Wiley, but it was like this weird remix of it.
No, it's in Spanish, it's not Wiley.
It sounded exactly like that song you had last year. No,
This
the one
one?
before.
The one before this one?
Yeah, it doesn't matter, I'll find it. Yeah. And the one that's like Boasty, Boasty. My money's so long it doesn't know me. Yeah.
Oh, that's some Dutch. That's Dutch.
Oh, is it?
Dutch.
This one, yeah.
Rob. No, it's not this one.
Yeah, this is Wiley.
Is that the one that you were saying?
Maybe it just sounds exactly the
Oh,
same.
okay, maybe.
It's Dutch.
No, this one is fine.
Okay. Well, that turned weird. Thanks. That's when social awkwardness hits in my life. 6 times out of 10, that becomes like a cool thing. Like, you can see, look. Those girls on the bikes. I seem like a 10 off and everything with this. There's just a song that sounds like a Wiley song. You seem like a fucking mum. Birds on the cricket pitch, birds on the cricket pitch, birds on the cricket pitch. Over there's a football pitch. The remix thing, everybody's looking at the village thing. Godfather Part 2, Commit De Niro. Seems full, but usually there'd be like 1 million people. I'd be like, after work on a 19-degree evening, it'd be so like group there, group there, group there, group there. Like you could take a picture here, like 100 people. It's not accurate. The whole place is actually like eerily deserted. It's going to be really interesting the lessons people take out of this, because there are already parts of London, like a girl I'm seeing, a woman, sorry, who lives in East London. She goes to the pub with one friend, sees like people buying beers from pubs and idiots in sunglasses. And awful chaos. I remember when I lost my mind. There's something too beautiful about that day. Even your emotions had an echo and so much grace. Out there, I didn't think I could do too much. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. I think I'm crazy. I think I'm crazy. 10 times out of 9, the ever lying fine. Offer to throw a muzzle on my mouth, and I'll decline. King meets queen with the puppy love dream to get the crib with the young, with a good history. A palace of forgotten truth. A reminder that my 1 in 4 youth was happy. I just remember things well, but live them miserably. This isn't an oasis where you got to be yourself. Oh my god, I'm so tired of holding this fucking phone. I've done like, what, 6,000 steps? It's too much. Too much.
Okay, let me see today because I haven't opened that trainer since yesterday, the day before. So I'm gonna check and then I'll tell you to close the time. Because I realized that the things what I want to watch, they don't even have. And the ones they have, I have to rent. So it's like you pay another £4 each. The beach movie.
So you let me know. Anyways.
Sitting in the market square. Oh yeah, it's something about like empty London. It just seems like it's so weird. If you think about like an average like day in May, there'd be like 1 million people here. So it feels like there's like loads of people, but actually like the park's empty. So I was pointing the other way, but I was like filming the trees with the helicopter behind them, and I was like, I seem like a creep. I'm just standing next to these two strangers. It's like not being from London, and like there's a weird person in the village pub, and then like you can't go to another pub. Like, yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh, that's good. In a bit.
from an outsider's perspective, all the ways
It's really good. Not really good. No ways you shit. And you feel selfish from an outsider's perspective. The newsman wept when he told him Mars was really done. My granddad used to live around there after he divorced my grandma. It's like the best fucking bachelor pad. I was like, what's so good about this place? It's just got like 4 rooms. It's like, yeah, he's got a bedroom, a spare room, a TV room and a tiny kitchen. And someone who cooks all his meals and loves him, and his new girlfriend who's 15, 20 years younger than him. And yeah, real estate, that must have like got 20 times more valuable since he lived there. I didn't realise what a great man he was. He was mates with Orwell. He ran one of the most successful piano businesses in the world. Nicest guy, super good looking when he was young, when he was in the Air Force. Dealt with a million women. Became a bit right when he was old, but who doesn't? Not too right wing, just thought Thatcher was good. I mean, at the time I found that offensive. Now, I mean, how retarded inbred successors, the Eton Boys, the Burning Club, have made us seem like the creator of evil as much or more than sort of this caricature of whatever. That's got jewelry.
Just hold him. Hold it.
We can go around there to Camden Lock and then call that a day. So weird seeing joggers run through red lights because I can't pace, breaking pace. CSL. Zoo School, London. Well, here's that boat where I bought an ex a dinner I couldn't afford. It was very mediocre Chinese food. And we just got back together and it was ominous about our future. That's the boat. It's the boat where me and Maria or Masha, and according to your Russian name, we didn't argue, but we could feel an argument coming. Here's all the rich, multi-million pound houses here. Where the kids become junkies. Here we are. People talk about people spending too much time on their phones. I've been on my phone for 63 minutes, but completely disconnected from the world, the way I feel like I miss. I feel like, oh, I'd be a lot happier if I was on a social network or had a WhatsApp message. And you can break that down as being the woman I'm messaging. I know that she's said messages to me that I'm looking forward to seeing. And it helps me forget or remember that the phone doesn't have the power, I have the power. It's the boat, I had the bad meal. Too much beauty in an ugly world. Too depressing to feel a drunk guy next to his beers. Standing by Market Square, too many mothers sigh. News had just come over, we had 5 years left till dying. Our newsman wept when he told us Earth was really dying. Cried so much his face was wet, then we knew he wasn't lying. Cop knelt down and kissed the feet of a priest, and a queer threw up at the side of that. Poor man who voted Conservative. A poor man who voted Conservative fixed his eyes to the wheel of a Cadillac. Cop knelt down and kissed the feet of a priest. A queer threw up at the side of that. I heard telephones, opera chords, favourite melodies with the boys, the noise, the electric kinds and TVs. My brain hurt like a warehouse, it had no room to spare. Don't know why I had to fit so many memories in there. With the tall, short people and the skinny, fat people and the nobody people. And the somebody people. I never thought I'd need so many people. Girl my age went off her head, kicked some tiny children. If the black hadn't pulled her off, they say she might have killed them. Working class man who voted Conservative fixed his eyes to the wheel of the Cadillac. The cop knelt down, kissed the feet of a priest. A queer threw up at the sight of that. Thought I saw you in an ice cream parlour, drinking milkshakes cool and long, smiling and waving and looking so fine. It was cold and rain. So I felt like an actor. Is anyone on there? I'm just trying to give a donation. Fuck's sake, how do I?
They're not in.
Do you know them?
Yeah.
If I give you some money, would you give it to the charity?
Yeah, I can give it to them.
Sweet.
Alright, cool. I don't know.
I saw why he played like 100 people in March.
Yeah.
I saw him at a secret gig in Cardiff.
How is it?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like watching the coolest guy in front of the widest audience when no one had bought a ticket.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you. I'll
No
give it to
worries.
him. I'll let him know. Because he went up there with somebody and that.
tell you what, give me a second. Make this fair. So if I give you 150, we'll call that commission. So you guys can get a can and then give them 5.
Yeah, okay.
Because that's just, I'm broke, that's all the money I haven't had to spend on
Thank
tube journeys to job centre. Cool, but give them the 5, okay?
Okay, cool.
The unanswered questions in life, like, did they take 650? I think what it is like, he definitely left being like, I'm gonna give those guys on the boat the 5. But then the fact that he didn't say, I'll give 650 to the people on the boat, the fact that he was so grateful about the extra 150, I think with the two of them, it's pretty 50-50. The thing is, I could go back in a few weeks and ask, and they'd remember whether they got it or not. Where people are wrong is that people generally think, oh, you're giving £6.50 to 2 strangers who aren't homeless. And like, you're naive or an idiot. But actually, the worst case scenario is I've taken myself out of a moral dilemma and put them in it. I want to give money to the homeless, but I haven't seen any homeless people because there's no toilets around here. There's no supermarkets that are open. So I gave it to them to give to a homeless charity. And then for $6.50, I had spent so little money during lockdown. I can afford that, and they get to choose whether they can afford it, where they need £6.50, and as homeless people do. And, you know, I couldn't really be angry at them if they kept it. Yeah, they weren't rich. Thought I saw you in an ice cream parlour, drinking milkshakes cold and long, smiling and laughing and looking so fine. It's like you know you when it was cold and it rained and I felt like an actor and I thought of Ma and I wanted to get back to her. Your face, your eyes, the way that you talk. Kiss you, you're beautiful. I want you to walk. You've got 5 years stuck on my eyes. 5 years. What a surprise. We've got 5 years. My brain hurts a lot. 5 years. That's all we've got. Oh, for fuck's sake. To fish this out, but they're so much cleaner now. Not to use it again, I just didn't know. Polite. No.
It won't be anything major, do you know what I mean?
You have the eye. You have the eye of the hungry tiger. Yeah, it's all here.
God, it'd be so easy to go into the market. So bizarre. So weird.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
To me it feels more alive than ever. You can see the frame, whatever the market was hundreds of years ago, without just a million tourists. I finally got my day of silence in Camden town. Jeez, this is spooky, man. Not even the fucking off licenses are open. Jesus. Desert. Cafe open. Do you remember the bad old days that led to the ghost town? So weird. So weird. Ooh, ooh. When I look at you, oh, I don't know what's real. Once in a while, when you make me sad, and oh, it won't happen. Once in a while, when you make me smile, when you dyed your long black hair. I used to hate this pub, but now I go to there in the daytime and drink lime and soda, and it's really nice. Go there a lot. The guy listened to my album and he did. Got the crumb stuff there, it's not as good as got. These places I know because I'm from London, just tourist traps. This record shop is like my 4th favourite in Camden, or maybe 12. It's the most high fidelity one, where they seem mean up front. I'm just picking out a couple of things, mate.
એટલે શું કે આ મેસેજ આવી ગઈ બધા બહુને આવતા હોય ને હમણાં જેવા એટલે એમ કે કાલ સુધીમાં તમને પૈસા મળી જશે ખાતામાં અથવા તો પછી તમને અમે મેસેજ કરીશું Yes.
Can you break a 20, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Right, cool, I'll do that.
એટલે હવે અંદર જો બીજું ઓછું હોય વધારે કરવાના હોય એવું બધું હોય ને તો ક્વેરી રહે એ લોકો એમ કહે કે ક્વેરી છે કે એ લોકો MCQ ના કહે 263
I've just quit smoking, so now I feel like a millionaire. That's because of one cigarette.
Yeah, but this is if you buy cigarette, it's all finished.
Yeah, I've gone 28 days.
Yeah, good, very good.
And now I'm just telling strangers, which is when you know you're going to smoke again.
No,
You're like,
that's very good. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Mum.
At least you can buy, like a save, like weekly salary, end of the month.
No, I mean, people, like, do you smoke?
Yeah, but like
But I mean, like, I've got the app, and it says if I average 6 a day,
yeah.
I save like £1,300 a year,
See,
which sounds like a lot, but people spend 5,000 a year on
yeah,
alcohol.
more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, how much do people spend going to the pub every week?
Yeah.
I don't know. I quit young enough that it doesn't really affect my health.
That's good. That's good.
It's like I did a good journey.
Yeah.
But if you want to quit, the app Smoke Free is amazing.
Yeah.
It costs like 99p a week, but it helps.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Thanks. I took all the shoes out to stop shoplifting. Oh, it's so funny, this shit. Box park is. Fuck now. So this is the box park that replaced the old good market. Oh, that's hilarious. A billionaire cunt has lost all his money. I lost like a 0.001% of it. How the fuck is the ice cream shop open? It's an essential service. Station down there. It's the best Fred Perry. Staff are so nice and cool. I've never been in for Fred Perry, but there's like a museum downstairs where they show old like rock and roll films of Wembley motorcycle clubs and bars that still exist from 50, 45 years ago. That was a good lunch break on a bad day. This place is a theatre bar, but it's fucking awful. Like, it's a nice venue, but no one at the bar knows about the theatre. It's off street, which means that only your friends can come to it. They'll charge you like it's a whole politics of comedy thing. Mate, be careful, yeah? I'm saying it in a nice way, like, for your sake.
Thank you so much, bro.
It's okay. My girlfriend rides without a helmet and it scares me to death. He properly almost tipped over on his bike at the traffic lights when he was stopping abruptly. This is where we were before. People come here and they get really seduced by these things, whereas I know his shops don't sell anything good in them. And they didn't back when the market was good. Now the market's corporatized. I guess maybe those shops are the cheapest, best things around. Let's drink my Rubicon. Around the corners of Hawley Arms, where everyone bought wine house drinks. That's probably the most authentic bit of the market of that. To be at the market where my friend, the Bulgarian tea lady, works. She can sell for England. It's a ghost town.
Anything that's on the bike now, anything that's on the bike, and then like the charges, then like
I'll let you get on, but when you think if it was 20 degrees and everyone was at work, this would be like the first day of summer. You know what I mean? Oh, that was a good point. Wow, that guy hated me. Cool. I'm just saying, like, there should be a million people on the streets and there's none. I said that to that guy and he thought I was like drunk or high or something. Like, cool. Why were there 4 people at the market? They can't be running an event. It must just be security. But there's nothing to steal. This is all the market here. It's been 90 minutes. I think I walked the stable door. When I lived in Belsize Park with the rich heiress who I went to the Chinese boat with from earlier, she I sometimes couldn't sleep and I'd walk through Camden at like 6:30 on a Sunday morning. It'd be all like the blackout drunks from the shit bars in the market from the night before. Right, this is our closing shop. Forget it, Jake, it's Camden Town. I'm no trouble, I'm just taking a second.